Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Oracles, and I'm going to do 3 oracles and 3 card readings today. If you have a question, you can do a $5 donation to the channel. You help the channel out, pay for some of the overhead expenses that I cover each month. And I'm doing well. I had vertigo really bad yesterday. Been getting that off and on lately. I do not know what's causing it. And I don't go into the doctor until the end of next month. So I'll talk to her about that and see if she has any clue why I keep on getting vertigo. It's coming and going. I don't know why. I'm not sure what's triggering it. I'm not having any allergy issues or anything. So that was suggested to me. And I said, well, it'd help if I had allergy problems, but I'm not having any allergy problems. So I have no idea what's causing it. But anyways, when I get it, I'm not able to focus real well, and seems to be a little bit of dizziness even when I'm sitting up or even laying down. So, yeah, I just need to, my temperance card, a little bit of self-care and take care of myself. It could be that, I'm just getting shifts in blood pressure. I'm packing right now. And so there's a lot of bending and lifting and, all that. I got boxes all around me. I'm going to finish packing at my office today when we're done. So I'm trying to try to keep the program no longer than an hour, hour and a half, just because I've got a lot to do today. So anyways, we're still trying to get the last 2 bedrooms done and packed down so that we can get an appraiser in, get the appraisals done. My husband's finally jumped in, and he's gonna work on the backyard, and he started selling some things out of his personal tool supplies and stuff to the neighbors that he's letting them take a pick through, do anything they want before we do the garage sale. So we're doing good. We're starting to get a lot done now, and I got my office is combined with all my tarot. So far, I've packed over 200 cards, and I've quit counting now. I did get a new deck. I got a new Oracle deck. Where's the box? It's a cute little deck. I just had the box. I don't know where I set the box. Should be right in front of me. Something about joy above the fog and something. Oh, here it is. Beyond the fog and shade. And it doesn't have an author's name on the deck, but it's a cute little deck. All the cards are different. They're sort of, it doesn't come with a book. They're self-explanatory. They're really cute, though. And so I thought that'd be fun to throw those into the mix. I'm going to be reading those today. The Novice Day cards, the blessings from the Novice Day cards. And then, of course, the Soul Truth cards, because I always like the questions and sort of the little challenge projects, that it suggests to do to reflect on whatever the card I pull is. I'm going to do a reading for the collective. All the room is still filling up, and so far I have Brenda, who was the first one in, Marby and Tammy, and I'll be adding everybody to the list as we go along. So, and my hair's driving me crazy today. It's like hitting that spot on my neck. I am growing my hair out. I think it's looking pretty good. This is my natural curl. So anybody that watches Sheila, Celtic Sheila, my hair is pretty much the same texture as hers. The longer it gets, the curlier it gets, and the fuller it gets, and it's nice and easy because I'm just washing and letting it air dry, and the curls just pop right out. I keep on hearing a cat. Must be outside the door. I was trying not to let the cats in the room because they get into everything. Okay, so I'm going to do a collective reading for the energy of the collective. It will not show politics. I have been trying to avoid political channels right now. I'm just like information overload, and this, everybody's covering the same thing, and I don't really care anymore. And we all know I'm not a Trumpster, and I watched like a couple clips of the 4th of July disasters, and yeah. I grew up, I remember the 1976 bicentennial. Absolutely had a fabulous time. I come from a really large family, and we had everybody came into town. So we had all my aunts and uncles and cousins, and there must have been 50, 60 people there. And my aunt has it was at my aunt's house. She was the monarch of our family. And she had her farm. They had 42 acres of you-pick gardens and 6 acres of fruit gardens. And then the name of the river at the back of her property was called Cow Creek, whatever name. It's because all the farms, a lot of cattle. She also raised some cattle too. And had, of course, pine trees all along the riverbank. We had a great swimming hole on that piece of property. And so my cousins, my older cousins would go, and they would undercut all the pine trees so that you could walk under everything, but it was all shaded over, and there was picnic tables down there. You know, we used that area all the time in the family. We had all kinds of gatherings there throughout the summer. And you know, I remember it was just a fabulous time, music, good time, great food. We always did a big potluck style, and my grandmother and my aunt would make homemade ice cream and the ice cream churns. And my aunt was the city mother, and she had the keys to the city, so she always launched up all the big football games and the 4th of July celebration. It was a very small town, but they had a fabulous fireworks show every year. They really put a lot into it. So we'd all, after picnicking and swimming and all that, we'd all jump into all the cars and go down and watch my aunt set off the fireworks and welcome the town in and the neighboring towns in. And it was just a fabulous time. And it was, you know, a lot of the programs were based around, you know, history and all that. And, you know, they got up and talked about the history of the town, the history of the nation. It was what this celebration should have been. So anyways, I'm of that era, and yeah, watching the few clips I saw of the fair in DC and all that was really a turn off for me. But anyways, so I'm going to do a collective energy reading, try to keep politics out of it. Let's see how we're feeling as a nation, as a collective group, in the current energy that we're living in right now. Pose it that way, non-politically, you know. Finances, security, collective energy, that how we're moving through this period of time. Also, right across the one I'm using, it's a Rider White deck. It's called the Awakened Tarot, but it's all based on the Rider White. It's a sort of a little bit more modern looking Rider White deck. The underlying card of the reading is the King of Swords. This is that king that stands in his truth. His power is strength. I think this is our reflective energy of where we are with our families, our household, you know, everything, and where we're standing. It is followed by, that's funny because I think these are the cards that came up for Trend Zone. Kings, the 2 kings, the King of Wands. That's our creativity, our take charge, our doing what we need to do, taking action as we're moving through this period of time. So these are, 2 cards came out. this is reflective of how that king energy, how that taking care of our truth, our power, our strength, and taking charge, taking action to get the things done, building relationships, community, things like that, and being creative about it. The card that was stuck to it was the Chariot. Us moving forward, full thing ahead. This is my Sharon card. I haven't used this deck in a long time. Now I remember what I loved about this deck. Sharon Strawberry Shortcake. She rides motorcycle. It could be a Brenda card too. Brenda also rides. But this card always reminds me of Sharon on her bike. Yeah, I haven't rode in a while, so we no longer have a motorcycle. I'm not even sure I want my husband on a motorcycle anymore because of his back. Okay, so we come into this reading with the Six of Wands. We're feeling victorious right now. We're feeling like we're on top of things. We're charging forward. Of course, the victory card is also Wands. That's that creative energy that's taking us into that nice place where things are just falling in a good place right now as we're moving into this period of time. I think we're all ready for new beginnings. Right at the center of the reading, we get the Six of Cups. That is that nostalgia card, 2 sixes in a row. Wow. That's that nostalgia card. This card it's not just looking backwards on our past. And this isn't meaning we're wanting to relive our past. It's the lessons we've learned along the way. But this is also a card of community, sharing, working together for the greater good. It's usually depicted. This one is just depicted with 2 children, and he's sharing his cup with some flowers in it. But that's part of community, building relationships and all that. I like that card for the center of our reading. It's crossed by the Moon card. There's secrets that are going on that will be revealed over time. But this is also, we're not howling at the moon. The moon is also an illuminating card. It's a soft illumination, but it allows that illumination to help us see and become aware of what's around us, and to unfold those secrets and receive those messages. On top of us, we've got the Ace of Cups. Our cup this is abundance. This is our cups running over. This is us moving in a very positive way. This is a yes card to the collective energy. Yes, we are energized. We are awakening, and our cup is running forward with our faith and our knowing that we are going to be fine. I love the cards around us. Below us is that 10 of Pentacles. This is financial security. This is a happy family. This is coming together with community as well, because not only our immediate family is family depicted in this, it's community too. So this is financial security as we're going forward. We're being frugal with our money. That's allowing us to have that financial security as we move forward. Then, as we move into the future, we have got that Ace of Wands. This is us standing in that knowledge, that strength, taking action when opportunities come forward. Another yes card, moving in a positive direction. These are really strong cards with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands moving forward. As a collective, how are we feeling? We're tired of the fighting. We're tired of the battle. This is the Five of Swords card. We're wanting to walk away. They can take all the swords. We're no longer going to put up with the negative part of the battle. We're going to stand in our truth. We're not going to engage in negative. We're going to stand up for what's important. Swords are all about truth. Yeah, he's this guy is stealing the swords, and it's winning at all costs. But we are not going to put up with that. We're going to stand on our own feet and let our voices heard. That is the collective energy. The energy coming forward is that high priestess. This is our faith. This is our connection with our guides. This is our looking at a positive way, being grounded, taking that positive energy and as a collective, fulfilling ourselves, being awoke, being aware of our environment and what's going on, not living in a fear energy. It's that faith that we are going to succeed and move forward in a positive way. The advice from Spirit is the Eight of Cups, walking away for what's not serving us. We have abundance here in our cups, but if it's not serving us, we need to walk away from it and move on to better things so that we can secure our cups here. And the final outcome card is the energy of the Queen of Cups. This is an emotional queen. It's a nurturing queen. We need to nurture ourselves, our families, our community, and each other. Staying in a positive life. Cups are always abundance. The way I read cups, it's a Pisces energy. It's a water energy. It's going with the flow and having that strength and nurturing to be connected with our families, our community. It's all wrapped up in that emotion. And so I love that. I love this reading, very positive. See, we kept politics out of it for the most part. So the energy for the collective this week is looking really good. It's going to be a slow room. All of a sudden, in the next 30 minutes, the room's going to start filling up because last few weekends, that's what it's been doing. I forgot how much I like these cards. It's funny when I run across a deck, I'm like, oh, I forgot about this deck. Yeah, see, I still got tons of cards stacked up behind me. I need to pack. I got all my reference books and stuff over there on the side. So, I've already pre-shuffled my cards first. I'm going to give them a quick shuffle. I'll turn them right side up so I don't throw them all upside down. First off is going to be Brenda because she was the first in the room today. And I know she's not standing in the room. She's cooking or something. She's like me. She's multitasking in the background. So Brenda, you're the first reading. If you don't catch it on the run, you can go back in the replay and pick up your reading. Okay, a 3-card read. I already pulled the oracles for you. Underlying card of the reading is the energy of the embodiment of King. That's that King of Swords again. Came out for the collective from the other deck. And the embodiment of Pentacles. That is that King of Pentacles. So we've got that strength card, that strength, that truth, and also financial security as you're underwriting. And the Spirit of Wands, the messenger is coming out. Spirit's messenger cards is telling you that the wands is use your creativity as you're moving forward, and you have all that knowledge and creativity, so you need to be looking for that as you're moving forward in this period of time. Okay, as we come into the reading, I got a little bit of heartbreak here with that 3 of Swords. Of course, I know this isn't a breakup for you because I know you have a great marriage. So this is just something sad or bringing you down a little bit. I'm asking, is it family? No, it's not. It's not to do with family, like your immediate family or anything. I don't know what this is tied to. I'm going to run a clarifier on that. That's odd because I don't feel like you have heartbreak there. Maybe it's just the way things are going in the world right now that's a little bit upsetting with changes in the economy and things like that. I know you're not in the United States, you're in Canada, but you're impacted just like everybody else is. When America gets a cold, everybody catches a cold too. So I know Canadians have been doing really great in trade and things like that. But I don't know, there's something maybe going on in your area that is a little bit upsetting. No, I heard a yes. Something in your area is upsetting, but it's going to turn itself around. So it's moving in a positive direction. I'm hearing yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So it's not personal heartbreak, it's more of an environmental something, maybe a politician or something, which we don't read politics, but something's happening that's upsetting the energy in your area, but it's going to resolve itself and move into a positive light. The center of your reading, you have that embodiment of wands. That's that king of wands energy. You know, that is that king that takes action, that is using his knowledge, his creativity to move forward in a positive light. So you know, you're going to look at things from that higher perspective of your knowledge, your creativity to get around whatever it is in your environment that may be having an impact on you. And it's going to allow you to move forward in that positive thing by taking action and moving in that positive energy. Your final card is the 10 of Pentacles. So financially, you're still very stable. You're just going to stay secure with this 10 of Pentacles as you move forward in this period of time. So everything's going to be good financially and things like that. Also, Pentacles also are covering health and things like that. So I see health, good health in your family for both you and your husband as you're moving through this period of time. I love this. Okay. Out of my new deck, that is that Beyond the Fog and Shade, the card that I pulled for you is the journey and voyage. So are you thinking about taking a trip or a short vacation, getting out and doing something in your area, in your community, you know, taking a weekend trip or even a few days off and going and visiting someplace, just getting out of the area to do the little bit of vacay, to ground yourself and to have a good time. So I do see travel coming up in your future. I don't feel like it's going to be a long journey. I think it's going to be a weekend type thing or a few days off, just taking the time to get out and do something new. And oh, by the way, I love the Facebook picture on you when you're wearing all white on the boat. Ah, gorgeous picture. You were so photogenic. If you guys haven't seen it, go connect to her Facebook. She has some beautiful photography in there. From the Novice Day. I always love this card. I love the artwork on this card. It said, a blessed time, a path to clear all the obstacles you have. Oh, let me start over. The path is clear and all the obstacles have vanished. Your time of waiting is over. So proceed with confidence. The challenges you have faced were essential, for there is a perfect time for everything. Now it's a perfect time to be blessed by the universe. I love that. And from the soul truth, it says, I am willing. Let's see what this card is about. You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is a risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. The future is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself. Move yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with this courage. Today's soul action: be brave, follow your heart's compassion, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra: it's possible. I like that. I love that card. So blessing to you, Brenda. Let me cut these back into my deck. Make sure I'm not turning them upside down. Okay, next up is Marby. She's watching the FIFA get. Is that how you say it? FIFA games. I am not into sports. Neither my husband and I. We don't really watch any of the sports, football or anything. The only sport I really like to watch is baseball. And I don't really watch that much anymore. My first husband was a phenomenal baseball player, and he played leagues, of course, adult leagues. Nothing's better than a good live baseball game. But and I live in a town where the kids play a lot of baseball here. It's the sport. And when I lived in Porterville, soccer was the big game there. We have soccer leagues here too, but baseball seems to be one. All the boys. We have a lot of boys in our neighborhood. I always notice the boys in the baseball uniform. I don't see the girls running around in the baseball uniform so much. They tend to play soccer, the girls do. But yeah, baseball's the big game. And then the basketball courts are always busy in our area. The boys are the boys, well, the boys and girls are out there playing basketball a lot. Okay, what's going on? My cards. I'm holding my cards upside down. That's why. Okay. The underlying card of your reading is the Inspiration of Pentacles. The Inspiration cards are the queens in this deck. So it's the Queen of Pentacles. And I like the depiction of this card because it always reminds me of, yeah, the Pentacles are financial security and all that. But in this one, I also catch that it's ideas. It's going forward with ideas, with your knowledge. And you get your light bulb lit up there and you get your books open. You know what you're doing. You're going in with knowledge and strength as you're moving forward. This is allowing you to have financial security as you're moving forward in that queen power. We also get the Three of Wands. This is you're waiting for your ships to come in. Something is coming towards you, and you're just waiting for that to arrive in. My guides are saying, it will come. It is coming towards you. So whatever it is that you've manifested recently or are putting out there is going to be coming for you because you are the magician. It is manifestation that is coming towards you. So whatever you have asked the universe to help you out with, they are going to be delivered. You have planted the seeds and you're going to reap what you sow with the Seven of Pentacles. So I like those cards. Love those cards. As you come into this reading, you have that higher self that this is the deck with the extra spiritual cards. This is you working in your higher self, your higher energy, listening to your intuition, following that intuition, man, you're making decisions and moving forward. You're very connected with your own personal higher consciousness right now, and it's going to allow you to tap into that energy and move forward. Right in the center of the reading, I love this. It is the World card. You're in an upward ascension mode with the butterflies flying up into the universe. This is the completion of a cycle and moving into that new cycle with all this wonderful energy. Whatever it is that has been holding you back in this last few readings, you have ascended from it now, and you're going to be able to move forward on an upward swing into the next period of time. Remember, you get my card as the anchor of this reading. Remember to be temperance, be patient, self-care, pamper yourself a bit. Take the time to get grounded and to rest and get a good night's sleep every night. Do that grounding. One of the things I do, which I always highly recommend, get yourself a bag of bath salts. And that are scented with some aromatherapy like lavender or eucalyptus and mint, or if you have muscle pains or any scent that appeals to your senses, and draw yourself a nice warm salt bath and relax in it. Just shut the door, Tell anybody in the family that's going to think about knocking on that door, don't dare. This is your time. Wash all that negative energy off you. Salt is very grounding. It's very relaxing. It'll relax your muscles, and then go to bed and get a good night's sleep. It will help you sleep, and it will cleanse your soul, and you'll get it'll help you relax and put you in that grounded mode. One of the things I love to do every night before I go to bed is just take a nice, hot, relaxing bath. And, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 62. And so it's really great on the muscles because I have multiple sclerosis. It's great on the muscles, and it helps you relax, and it just puts your mindset into that relaxation mode. It helps you go to sleep. So remember, temperance. Be patient as this period of time is moving forward. You're moving in a very positive direction. You're on an upward upward motion. You're ascending in your spiritual energy right now. Listen to your higher consciousness, your intuition, and your guides. Whatever you have put out there, intuition, it's going to come back tenfold. So you're waiting for your ships to come in. Watch for the signs of those things coming forth for you in this period of time. Love the cards. I love these cards. Such great energetic cards. So I'm going to make sure I got the deck right so I'm not shuffling my cards in upside down. Bad habits I have. And switch back and forth. It's going to be a very slow day. It may be a really short show today. Here we go. More people have finally joined in. Hello, Kim. Yes, I'm taking questions. I don't have a super chat because my viewership isn't, but you can do donations through either my Zelle or my PayPal. The link is the link to my Zelle and my PayPal account are pinned to the description, the chat box there. And just okay, you send it through PayPal. Okay. Yeah, just give me the question. Hey, Trend Zone. Grab you guys, add you to my list. Gerald, you always get such great cards. As I'm watching Anne and Brenda earlier this morning, and I'm like, you always have these really high energy cards. Okay. Grabbed everybody. And next up is Tammy. Oh, Marby, I forgot to draw your oracles. Let me get it. Marby's or yeah, I think it was Marby. Yeah, it was Marby. Your oracles. If it wasn't attached, I would lose it. I love this new little deck. It's really cute. The cards are really cute. Okay. From the Beyond the Fog and Shade cards, which look like this. It says, see the truth within. Universal, the eye of the locust. Open the third eye, the reflection of the universal energy inside. So, isn't that what I was saying earlier, too, in your reading? Is you have put it out there in intuition that was also telling you to connect with your higher self. So, wow, that's amazing. From the Novice Day card, the blessing is a sea of blessings, the universal protection from within you and protection is within you, and are projected in projections of the universe. I'm getting tongue tied. You are vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings, and you are the wind that challenges the flow through life. Namaste. Very pretty card too. I feel looks like some kind of a purple poppy. Pretty. And then from the Soul Truth card, it says, when was the last time you danced freely? I love it. Get out and dance. Dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, and frustrations, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make a shift. You will feel the change of joy and confidence take over you, and you will feel the soul remember to live and lead from the heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now, trigger happiness, and it's a gateway to freedom, to become free. Dance. Since today is soul action, dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within, and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with a dance today. If you don't have some place near you to go out dancing, turn it on in the house and get your boogie on. So, well, we know we go out dancing every week, or at least my husband gets out. I don't always go. If I'm not feeling good, I don't go, because but I wasn't feeling up. Well, Friday we went out, but there was no band because they're only doing it one night a week now. And sometimes they do it on Friday, sometimes they do it on Saturday. And I don't have this month's calendar, so I need to pull it up. But he went out last night. Of course, I had the vertigo yesterday, so I stayed home. And of course, it was one of my favorite bands, Tina Marie. And they had raffles. My husband won one of the raffles and came home with one of those margarita bones like you see in Las Vegas. Except it didn't come with a margarita, but it came with 50% off of dinner, but you had to use it that night. Of course, I didn't go with him, so he didn't get dinner. He ate before he left, and but it was neat that he wanted to draw it. He felt good about that. The Friday we'd gone, we didn't have the calendar. There was no band going on, so we decided to splurge, and because we haven't been eating out, we haven't been spending money that way at all. And I said, well, I got out of the house without eating. We're gonna have to eat someplace, grab something to eat, either at the Marriott or grab it before we went. And so we decided to run over to our favorite little Mexican restaurant. It's a mom and pop shop, and the food's wonderful. And the owner was there cooking, and he's a fabulous cook. And everything's always over the top when he's there cooking and running the kitchen. And we had sat down. We had just ordered, and who came in? My best friend, our whole group of friends. So we all we moved to a great big table and sat in there for 3.5 hours talking and just having a good time and catching up. And we haven't got together in a long time. In fact, they haven't even been going out. So it was really fun. And of course, they were expecting me to be there last night, and I couldn't believe I didn't make it. But because we had talked about all going the next night, and I just wasn't feeling up to it. I'm glad I didn't go. But my husband didn't get home till 10:30, and so I must have hung out because it only runs till 9. He must have hung out for about an hour before he came home. But yeah, he was in a wonderful mood when he came home, and really had a good time. So I'm glad he, at least he gets up. I don't care if he, when he goes, he dances with everybody. It was a really good time for him. So I was glad he got out of the house. So, anyways, Tammy, let's get your reading done now. The underlying card of this reading is that Inspiration of Cups. That's that Queen of Cups. That Queen is telling you that when you've got that emotional energy, that abundance to you, but it's also connecting you to the oceans and just telling you, it's that nurturing queen. It's that queen that's going to go with the flow and move with that all that positive energy coming towards you. You get the Death card, of course, death and rebirth. Death is not a literal death. It is an ending and a new beginning. So you're starting a new cycle, starting this up and coming week. So let's move into the card readings. And right off the bat, you're coming into the energy of the card with telling you you are on your life's path. You get the Wheel of Fortune. So the direction in which you're moving right now is a very positive direction. You're still on your life path. You're moving forward, doing a great job. Right in the center of the reading, you get the Six of Pentacles. This is that charity card. This is the giving to charity or accepting charity. And I feel like you're in that giving mode. You're helping other people around you. You're getting involved in something where you're helping people in your area, in your community, in your church. Either you're mentoring somebody or you're just helping somebody out. It could be a sister, a family member, or something. Just helping take care of things around and moving people. Giving them positive advice, support, etc. Those are all charitable thing you may be doing in connection with the church or something like that. But whatever that energy is, very positive. You will be moving into a sort of a period of time where you're feeling a little bit of sadness. So with this Five of Cups, this is a slight depression. Identify what it is that's making you feel a little bit down, and then do something to, do some meditation, some prayer, and reconnect to the now, being in the present, and not letting something that may be lingering from your past bring you down. Whatever this is trying to attach you to make you a little bit sad, realize it's something you've already overcome. Don't put the energy into that. Realize that you've already gone past those hurdles, and think of what you can do to move your energy back into more positive light. Do something for yourself to pamper yourself. If it's going out and getting an ice cream cone, or getting up and dancing, whatever it is, something that's going to move your energy in more positive light, so that you're not having this little bit of depression linger on you. So I like those cards. So you are moving in a very positive way, though. We all feel a little bit down from time to time. I like this card. This deck has a Temperance card too. Okay. From the Soul Truth, it says, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? Let's see. How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are wealthy? Do you believe that you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy, an ebb, a flow. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to a whole of you and your purpose. Today's soul action is take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade or create to create the result? Are you waiting wanting most of your life? Are you wanting most of your life? Write out a money story. Is it time for you for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because. Like that. We all need to keep a perspective on our relationship with money. And I personally am not a greed and avarice person. I'm not materialistic. I don't have to have stuff to make me feel complete. The next card that came out, this is from the Beyond the Fog and Shade. It says, the Tempest, and it's got a butterfly. Butterflies to me are always ascension. So, and of course, the Tempest, that's telling me that you're rising. But the rain is telling me there's an energy of a little bit of that depression that we were touching. So, Temperance, Tempest, is telling me that you need to take the time to pamper yourself, to heal yourself, to live in the now and not dwell on the past or anything that's bringing you down. What is the solution to what's bringing you a little bit of sadness or some depression? Because those things, those are a state of mind that you can overcome to move forward and bring your energy back up. And then the blessing from Namaste is a blessing woven in truth. Here you go. There's the resolution right here, maybe. Have the courage to speak the truth, and a heavy burden will be lifted. It is best that everyone involved know where they stand. The truth will set both of you and others free. This is a blessing for all concerned, but most of all for you, dear one. Namaste. So stand in your truth. Set people straight when they start. Maybe that's the thing that's bringing you down is people are trying to put a label on you or bring you down. By setting them straight and telling your truth, it's going to set you both free. So I like that. It did have a solution, didn't it? Just maybe lifting a little bit of that sadness. It seems to be showing itself in this reading. So blessings to you, Tammy. I hope that helps out. And next up is Trend Zone. Thank you, Gerald, and thank you, Kim. I got both your donations, so. And I know Trends on you are a general. Let's see what Mr. Midas Touch has today. Yeah, always get you good cards. And I can't remember who read for you and told you need to connect with somebody from your past, or somebody from your past is going to connect you, or it has to do with somebody you've been in partnership maybe with your some of your hobbies, your interests. It seems like I've been getting that a lot for you the last few readings is you need to reconnect with somebody in your life, or somebody in your life is going to be connecting with you. So see what comes up with my reading. And maybe you need to be the one that not just wait to bump into somebody, but to reach out to somebody from your past to connect with. You could have a lot of fun doing that. My cards are blank. Let's try that again. There we go. Uh-oh. Mix my cards up. Underlying card of the reading is that Seven of Swords, rising above any conflicts that are around you, taking the higher step, rising above it and standing in your truth. You're still in a period of awakening, where you're rising above with positive energy, your connection with your spiritual self, your connection with the divine. And you have options coming your way with the Two of Wands. This is using your creativity or knowledge for opportunities that are coming your way. You're not going to have a negative choice, but you do need to make a decision and move forward on it, because Wands are action cards, and it's going to bring you good luck. So whatever decision you make on the opportunities that present themselves, you're going to do good for this period of time. Although my guys have been telling me the stock market is going to start getting unstable. So if you're playing with any investments or anything like that, jump in, make some money, jump out, because I'm seeing a decline coming in the next 2 to 3 months, a pretty big decline. So, be very, very careful. And I know you follow that. It's a hobby of yours and you understand what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You have good instinct. But just know that we are going to have a big dip in the stock market before too long, and it's going to be a major one. So watch your investments, pull, if you made your money in a little profit, you may want to pull out of anything too high risk so you don't lose too much. I'm not a financial advisor, though. Use your instinct, girl. I know you know what you're doing when it comes to that. We come into the reading with the embodiment of wands. That's that wand, that feminine energy, that knowledge, that know-how, that creativity that you're charging forward. You're taking action as you move forward. So you're doing this with your strength, your power, your knowledge, and creativity as you move forward. I think it's funny because I never get negative cards for you when I read, or even, cards that implicate a negative direction. But I'm feeling like your hands are tied right now with this Eight of Swords. You're all tied up. Something's bothering you, and you need to set yourself free. Whatever it is, I'm going to skip the center card reading. As you're moving forward in this energy, you're getting a lot of sleepless nights over whatever this issue is that's coming at you. Maybe this is why you need to be reaching out and connecting with somebody from your past, to help you move, to help you get in touch with your foundation, people you love and trust that maybe you haven't talked in a while. Reconnecting with that will keep you from feeling, a little bit antsy, maybe a little isolated, because you are having, for this period of time, you're having some sleepless nights. And it's moving you as the final card, and I'll get the center of the reading in a second. The final card is saying you're having a bit of a tower moment. I don't think this is financial failure. I don't think this is money loss. I don't think everything's falling apart. This is just an emotional feeling, like you're feeling alone. You're feeling separated. Anytime there's a tower, you have a great foundation. The tower doesn't fall down to bear nothing. This is feeling like you're in a free fall, and that things just aren't feeling like they're moving forward in a real positive light right now. But you have this foundation. It's there. I think you're needing to reconnect with people from your past. I've been telling you that. I heard Brenda and Ann give you that message. So yeah, it's time to reach out or connect with somebody that's coming towards you in life right now, because I think it's going to help you feel more grounded, more focused. The center card in the reading is your higher self. Your higher self. Trust in your higher self, your intuition, your connection with the divine, your faith, because this is always going to lead you in the correct direction. And it is time for you to connect with some people, good friends, school buddies, somebody you work with that you haven't seen in a while, somebody you've had a relationship with, to bring you back into that positive energy so you can refocus. your energy into a positive life. I think it's going to do you a lot of good. So trust in your higher self when you're reconnecting with people. That'll pull you out of the sleepless night, feeling bound up, maybe a bit of loneliness right now, a bit of a feeling, that you're a bit in the tower moment. This could be that utility bill. I know the heat wave is going across the U.S. I'm sure Chicago's probably getting hit with some of that too, with that high humidity. So that's going to rink at that electric bill, uh, just to stay comfortable and cool right now. So reconnect with those special people. I don't have a bunch of pentacles, oddly enough, but yeah, it's time to reconnect and move in that positive energy and that positiveness of life. And I think it's going to bring you out of that feeling of that negative, a little bit of negative energy around you. It'll help you bring your spirits back up, and of course, go dancing. I love the dance. Even if I don't get up and dance, I love listening to the music. It just energizes me. It grounds me. Connect with people, friends. You know, okay, you're in Chicago. You've got all kinds of wonderful clubs around you. You don't have to drink to have a good time. You can go out, listen to some great jazz music, or I love jazz, but some great music. Socialize, get out there. It will lift your spirits. It'll get you out of the house and connect it with other people. It will bring your spirits up. It'll keep you from having the feeling of loneliness or tiredness or depression or sleepless nights. Okay, let's pull some cards now. From the Beyond the Fog and Shade. I have not got the card deck memorized yet. I like these cards, so they're fun. They're very graphic. They're fun. It says prayers denied, divine wrath, unforgiven sins. But it's a number 4 card, which is a foundational card. So I think this is sarcasm at its best. It doesn't apply. I think you've got a great foundation. From the Novice Day deck, I like that. Devil's Mountain. I think that's what it's called. That one that's really flat. The spaceship lands on it. From Encounters of the Third Kind, Steven Spielberg, back in I think the 80s. Okay. Blessing of faith. The universe is testing you. Will you be faithful and true to yourself? Be courageous. If you are supported by the divine ocean of love, you are supported by the divine ocean of love. You are gifted at this time with the blessing of the strong faith that will see you through the present challenges. Namaste. So, yes, like it says in the reading, that higher self, that is going to pull you up into positive energy. And from the soul truth, how does my body want to move today? It says, when we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? I know what you do for a living, so you should be moving your body quite a bit. Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? Put on those dancing shoes. Go out to the jazz club. Get your groove on. Meet some beautiful people. What a bit, someplace that's going to move your soul. Because I know you probably love jazz music as much as I do. Today's soul action. How does your body want you to move today? Listen and joyful. The answer is listen, joyfully do. Get up, move. Get your groove on. Go enjoy some beautiful music. That is going to lift your spirits and your soul. The blessing to you. I hope your week is good. And I'd hit some of those old nostalgic jazz clubs or some of the favorite ones that you haven't been to in a long time, or any kind of music you like if it's not jazz. I feel like jazz would move your soul, though. That's mine. I used to live in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Portland has a jazz connection. So I love listening to jazz music. A lot of really good artists in that area. And of course, you come from the jazz capital. And next up is going to be Kim. Looking to see if Kim gave me a question or not. Oh, I am so sorry for your friend. That's the sleepless nights and all that. Blessings to you. I'll send you both some energy and some love your way and some prayers. And if he is passing, a peaceful and blessed passing. And it may sound weird, but I always get jealous of anybody that gets to cross over because I've had that near-death experience. And the body dies, the soul doesn't. And you move into this beautiful, beautiful place that is undescribably gorgeous. And just think, as somebody crosses over, they're freed from all the pain and suffering and illness of what's causing their death. And they're back into all that love and light energy and all that. So sadness for us that are left behind, and beauty and warmth and peace for those that cross over. So I have to always remind myself it is so beautiful on the other side, and he'll be home. Yeah. Kim, put your question in the chat and it should pop up. Yeah, the US dollar is being devalued completely. I agree with you. And I hear the housing market is going to get more volatile. I'm hoping that my house doesn't drop. I mean, I've lost some equity in the house over the last few months, but I'm still at a really good place. The houses in my neighborhood are still competitively selling. So I hope I get, if my neighbor doesn't buy the house or a family member of theirs doesn't buy the house, I do hope I get some competitive bids because they are still selling for anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 above appraisal prices, asking prices. So I'm hoping, knock on wood, I can get mine on the market and sold quickly. They also sell usually within 6 weeks of being on the market or sooner. The two houses next to me went up for sale across the street last year, and the one next door a year and a half ago. He had problems. Brad had problems selling his house because he had leased solar, and they want to do a complete renewal on the lease as if they had installed it that day for the new buyer, rather than them picking up the lease in the 6th year of his lease, which costs him 4 sales, and he ended up taking, his house was valued at 490. He ended up taking 365 for it, which is what my house was valuing at the time. So it was a hit because of the way he went into his solar. And he ended up selling it to a local property manager who turned it into a rental. And luckily they are renting it to very, very stable people. So they're not renting to just anybody. That's a plus. And it's not a foreign investor. That's a plus. I refuse to sell my house to a foreign investor that's going to turn my property into rental. I want my home to be a home for a family, not a rental home. I want it to be for them. Now, if they choose to rent it out afterwards, I don't care, but I'm not going to do it to a property management company. Forget that. When I live in a part of California, we're not talking about 500,000 plus houses. Well, some of the newer ones are renting that now. But, I'm in the 350, 380 range in this area, which for California is very affordable, because you get down to Southern California or Northern California, they get, they're going in the 500,000s and up. For example, a house that's the same size as my house that I lived in as a child in the 70s, that my mom sold in 74 for $27,500, just sold last year for $1.4 million. 3-bedroom tract house. Seriously. A basic 3-bedroom tract house. Nothing fancy. It was equivalent to my house here, though. So that's the difference of property in LA and San Diego compared to the Central Valley where I'm living. You can still buy houses under $400,000 here. And my dryer died. I'm going to pick up a gently previously used dryer to replace it, because I'm going to sell the dryer with the house, and I need a dryer. I need to do laundry right now and run to the laundromat, and I hate the laundromat. Just to dry clothes. I mean, it's hot. I could hang everything out, but then it's crispy. I've been hanging stuff up, and I have some blankets and stuff I want to do, so I can put those in the big loader machines and wash those while I'm drying the clothes. I don't have that many clothes. It's only 1 or 2 dryers worth. But it's just a thought. I haven't packed it out and pack it in. I think we're in the hundreds today. I don't know. Let me look. I know we're headed that way. I think that doesn't happen until next weekend. Weather. No, we're 93 today. So that's anything under 97 is comfortable here. We don't have the humidity here in the Central Valley of California, like I'm going to discover in New Jersey when I get relocated. Next weekend, starting Thursday of this week, we are going to hit 100. And by next Tuesday, we're going to be up to 109. That's typical weather here. And we're going to probably hold that for the next few weeks, because it is July. And the further into July and closer to August we will have the hundreds. We'll dip down in the 90s, then we'll go right back into the hundreds again, all the way through September. August and September are the hottest months here, where we'll hit the 115 to 120 degrees. Hopefully we don't hit any 120s, and hopefully we keep roller coasting up and down into the mid to high 90s, under 97 preferably, and then back into the hundreds and then back down. That's usually the way it patterns, but knock on wood, and I hope so, because weather patterns have been tremendous across the United States lately. So anyways, did you get a question up for me? And I hope your weather where you are all at is better. Well, it's around mine right now or lower. You're out in the Chrysler. What are the Jutin's intentions towards me? Anything? Oh, I think it's Justin's intentions. Okay, yeah, it's a name. Anything that comes out in him. He's a Capricorn. Capricorns like to be a little bit of controllers. I know this because my descending is Capricorn and I'm a Virgo rising, so yeah, a little bit of a control freak. They make great managers and things like that, but they do like to control. My brother-in-law is a Capricorn. The underlying card of the reading is the Two of Pentacles. You feel like you've been juggling around and you're needing balance. So you do have balance coming towards you. I do see you working in partnerships with others, so that's a good sign. So I don't think he's going to take the step up of being overly controlling in this. And you're just waiting for your ships to come in. So give it time. Allow it to move in its course. Don't get in a big rush. I always say it takes time to build a good relationship. You become friends. You become connected. Don't allow your emotions to be on the left side. If you don't become friends with the person you partner with, and if you're not able to communicate with that person, you are not going to have a successful relationship, because relationships that are based on that lust side of things, that wears off in a relationship. And what do you have left if that's where everything's focused at? You want that friendship, that bond, that trust, that integrity, all the things that make you up, that make a person a person. Get to know that person really well. Of course, sexual attraction is nothing wrong with that. Don't make it the most important thing of the relationship. If that's the focus of the relationship, you might want to rethink the direction you're going, because the lust part disappears. And then if you don't have anything in common, any trust, any communications, it dissolves. My experience. I always say, marry your best friend. No, it doesn't ruin relationships. It makes strong relationships. Okay, coming into this question, I get the Inspiration of Cups. This is phone's buzzing away. Just check messages. The Inspiration of Cups. This is that nurturing queen. The inspirations are the queen. This is an emotional queen, but she's very nurturing, loving, caring, and compassionate with her energy. And yes, she does fall in love. She likes to roll that beautiful relationship roller coaster. This is, if you're a water sign, this is probably reading your energy right off the bat. Or maybe you have a lot of water in your chart. But that is that emotional connection with people. That's also the Inspiration Cups communication. Part of emotions is communication. So that's a big bonus. You have the Hermit card. So you are being guided towards this relationship. There is something there. That's a yes card for me with the Hermit. Your guides are guiding you. They're shining your path, shining the light on your path, and showing that you are moving in a positive forward way. So I think his intentions are good. Right in the center, I get the Lover's card. This is the lover in the feminine, though. This is the love you're feeling for this person. You're wanting to develop this relationship. You're wanting that emotional connection. Like I said, love is not just the sexual part of a relationship, it's communications, it's things you have in common, mutual goals, things like that. Once you get those things locked in and you can communicate and you have all, common interests, things that are bringing you together and not separating you, you both need to, a good relationship's going to have me time and our time. You have to allow that ebb and flow to keep a relationship balanced, not just the communications, but also things you love to do together and things you like to do separate. Um, don't bring a lot of jealousy with it. Don't bring all relationships in. If you haven't overcome your own relationship and you're carrying that baggage, you need to find a way to sever that energy so you can go into a very trusting and positive relationship that will move forward. You are the magician. I think you have put this out there into fruition. This is what you want in a partner, and X mark, check off the boxes. And I think you have manifested him towards you. So I'm seeing that this energy is a positive energy. All the cards are very positive. Your heart's in this. I think his heart is in this too. And then the final outcome card is a total yes card. It is the world card. It is that completion of a circle. So yes, I think Justin is wanting to move in and complete, be that one, be that connection, that circle of life. So it does look like he does have a really positive energy going towards this relationship. Take the time, allow it to develop. No reason to rush into anything. If you take the time to allow that develop and that friendship, that bond, that intimacy, not just the sexual intimacy, the intellectual intimacy that you get when you're with a partner, where you're moving together in thought and energy and the direction in which you want to move forward in life, you're going to have a wonderful relationship. Let's pull some cards. Oh, love this card. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to start with the Soul Truth card. It says, am I communicating my needs? See how important communication is. It's going to come up as a supporting card in the reading. It says, your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are feeling is not true? Today's soul action. Journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Yes, please don't become subservient to the person you're falling in love with. Don't set patterns early in the relationship like that. Am I telling my truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? Do I communicate my needs? What am I resisting, and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Those are all great things to write on and journal on. Take a look at yourself. Answer some of those questions. It's going to help you focus on the ability to communicate and also let others know that you have needs and you have desires and you want to move in the direction. By communicating those feelings and attributes, it's going to allow you to discover that you have more in common than not. And the things that you don't have in common with this person, that's okay too, because we all need our hobbies, our glitches, our something special that's outside of the relationship. But it's the ability to communicate what your intentions are, what your expectations are, so that you have that balance in your relationship. You got I've been discarding it. Okay. Well, you got two Namaste cards came out together. The first one, of course, is a beautiful angel. Love the artwork. It says, a blessing from the beloved. Love unfolds in your wings, and you fly high above the earth into the realm of heaven, blessed by the light of her beautiful soul. And you enter into the emerald heart of the Divine Mother, which is full of eternal blessings. The world is the playground waiting to be explored, beloved. Namaste. And then another one with the Devil's Mountain on it. But this one's in the sunlight. I've been setting them off, so it's not the same one I pulled earlier. This one says, Namaste blessing. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. I bow to your honor and your inner light of pure and unconditional love. Eternal peace be with you. Eternal love be with you. Eternal joy be with you through this serendipitous blessing. Namaste. Yeah, that big word, serendipitous. I had to break it down. I'm dyslexic, so the letters jumble on really, really long words. Okay. And then from beyond the fog and shade, it's card number 55. Power number there, 55, equals a 1, which is a new beginning card. I said, according to the highest vibration of human life, harmonize your energy and embrace your true being. Love it. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I do see this relationship moving in a very positive light, but get that communication going if you don't already have it there. Discuss where you're at, your feelings, what your goals are, what your dreams are. It may not be time to discuss permanency yet. I don't know how long you've been together, but I do feel like you are with the right person. You make sure you establish that really good bridge of communication, though, and friendship and trust. That trust intimacy that happens between two people that are falling in love. If you can't secure that, then you don't have a strong relationship. If it's all sexually motivated, and that's the highlight of the whole thing, that's the icing. That should be the icing, not the prominence of a relationship. That's the icing that comes with it all. Because when you open your heart to love and communications and all that, all the rest is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm a Pisces, so everything's emotional with us. We go with that flow and that emotional energy. We don't fall in love with just anybody. If we're not moved and engaged, it's not going to work. So I always say go with the flow, but communications absolutely is a absolute must. Communications, friendship, things in common, hobbies that are exclusive, because everybody needs time to ground out on their own. Everybody needs to have things in common. When you lose one or the other, you shouldn't have to be giving up things that you love and enjoy doing on your own. You don't have to do everything together, but you should have things that you love doing together too. When you lose one or part of that, it starts putting stress into the relationship. Okay. Looking to make sure I have got everybody. Okay, that was the last one. It was Kim. Okay. I'm just scrolling through to double check because I am at the hour and a half point, which is where I wanted to end up today. Keeps my energy from going over the top. That other day when I read for 3 hours, oh my God. I didn't wipe me out that afternoon. I was really, really energized, which reading usually energizes me a lot. And I enjoy doing it so much. 2 hours is the max for most readers because we channel when we read, we draw from energy from outside of us. And as we collaborate with our guides and all that energy, and it can be really draining, really taxing when you go 3 hours. And I tend to channel, that's why, like, when I'm in the background of Brenda's show, it's not unusual for me to get messages, and I'll type them in as I go. If I'm not, I'm listening and doing stuff around the house, usually when I'm multitasking, trying to get things done because I have so much to do. But when I'm just sitting there focusing on watching the program one-on-one, I will start getting channeling hits when the questions come up and things like that. And so I'll channel them in the background, or I'll get a message because somebody's name is in. And of course, I have Brenda's permission to do that. Brenda has permission to, anytime she gets a message from Spirit when she's in the room, she can add, contribute to the readings. I love it. So anyways, I want to give a big shout out to Brenda. I think most everybody here in the room is subscribed to Brenda, but if you're not, check out Brenda Tarot. Brenda and Ann come on at 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock Pacific time and 2 o'clock Eastern time on Sundays together. And then, of course, I follow my show at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Do the math in between. Add an hour or add 2 hours to my time, and you'll know what your time zone is. Anyways, I really enjoy reading for everybody. Have a wonderful week ahead. It looks like everybody's going to be having good weeks. Blessings to you. My prayers out to you, Trinzon, for you and your friend that is having complications. I will send some beautiful love and energy to both of you. Like I said, get out, listen to some music. It'll help lift your spirits. Bring some in and play to him if he enjoys whatever kind of music he enjoys. It's going to give him that wonderful energy. And it beats watching TV in a hospital room. And believe me, I spend my fair share of time in the hospital. Not a fun place to be. Anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I will see you next weekend. I will let you know if I'm not coming on. Hopefully I won't have any more vertigo. I've been eating good. I've been staying really hydrated. I got my 1,000,000-gallon jug of tea here. And now I'm doing 2 cups of coffee and tea all day. So it's that time of year. And I don't sweeten my tea. Iced tea. So anyway, those of you from the South, you can put sugar in it if you want to. I don't do that. Anyways, everybody have a great week. I will see you next week. And hopefully stay cool, stay hydrated, stay grounded, and stay in the present. Blessings to everybody. I need to